Kenzie Lalonde with you alongside Cheryl Pounder, where 2.5 weeks ago, Ottawa Charge fans filled the Canadian Tire Centre to cheer on their team. And now, well, they're taking to social media and sharing their opinions on this jaw-dropping trade. Well, there see some of their pillars in Savannah Harmon, as well as Hayley Scamurra, head off to the Charge-Sceptres, a rival, and in exchange, they will accept Jocelyne Larocque and Victoria Bach. Cheryl, this trade's incredible. Lots to talk about. Let's break it down here. Did you ever think in a million years you would see Jocelyne Larocque leave the Charge-Sceptres?
Let's put it this way. I was just about to go to bed last night. Early, I might add.
Early.
And then all of a sudden, the phone starts buzzing. So I start looking at it, and it blows up because no one could believe it, right? I never thought I would see the day where that pairing in Renata Fast and Jocelyne Larocque would be broken up, especially under the tutelage of someone like Gina Kingsbury and Troy Ryan. I mean, I felt like, wow, they went and got her as their first overall pick to play alongside Renata Fast. So this is absolutely massive and fun.
It is fun. It makes it exciting here. This is the first time for the Charge-Sceptres they've ever been a part of a trade, and they're trading one of their pillars in Jocelyne Larocque. So let's break it down the defenders first. So we look at Ottawa, and they get someone like Jocelyne Larocque, a stay-at-home, steady defender, and the Charge-Sceptres will get an up-and-coming defender like Savannah Harmon, who's got that offensive game, but also some power play ability in her game too. So what do you think of the defensive trade?
Well, I certainly think that both teams are trying to address a need right now in the present for their team. And when you look at someone like Jocelyne Larocque, you know that the Ottawa Charge are getting a player. Not only does she have that veteran leadership both on and off of the ice, of course we know what she's done at the Olympic Winter Games and the national program, but she plays strong defensive hockey, and I think she can work and get back to just playing that role. She will be pivotal for this Ottawa team. Keep in mind, this is an Ottawa team, right, that hasn't been able to manage leads, manage game. Well, now you've got a seasoned veteran and someone like Larocque who can do that, right? She can play a ton of minutes. We all know that, and she can certainly shut down other teams' offense. So I really like this for the Ottawa Charge, addressing a hole on their back end. But on the other side, the Charge-Sceptres are getting a need as well. They're getting Savannah Harmon. She's a skater. She's an offensive player. She doesn't have the defensive strength like someone like Larocque, but they're not looking for that. They want offense from the back end, and they need a PP1 quarterback, and that is exactly why they're looking to her. I wouldn't be surprised also to see her play alongside Renata Fast. They did go to Clarkson together, so there's some familiarity there.
So now we change courses and look at the forwards. Victoria Bach, who we've seen in her minutes under Troy Ryan and the Charge-Sceptres, not a whole lot. She played just under 10 minutes the other night against Boston. And then at the flip side, we see Hayley Scamurra, a strong two-way player. So you've got the two-way player in Scamurra, and then you've got Victoria Bach, who has this skill, but maybe hasn't really gotten enough ice time yet to show that.
Well, let's start with Victoria Bach. Listen, for years with the national team, they continued to put her with who? Marie-Philippe Poulin, because she is very, very skilled. She's slight, but she's skilled. And you know that Ottawa Charge right now, they need some offensive punch. They need some flair up there. And I wouldn't be surprised if she does get that top six look. I think it's a bit of a gamble right now because she's playing those kind of fourth line minutes, but that's not where she is going to be effective. She needs to have an opportunity to play in the top six to elicit those skills. So I wouldn't be surprised to see her playing along someone like Serdachny, see if they can bolster that lineup. And giving up someone like Scamurra is difficult. She's a very effective forward, 200-foot player, but I think the Ottawa Charge has like players. Yeah. So when you look at the Sceptres, they're going to get Scamurra. She's extremely effective. She knows how to get to the paint. She's hard on the wall, great on the cycle. She has experience, so I think they're getting a real valuable asset there as well.
But you feel for Ottawa Charge fans. Scamurra scored their first ever goal in franchise history. They lost to Gia last year, so you look at Charge fans, they've dealt with a lot so far this season, but contractually it makes sense. You look at Larocque and you look at Savannah Harmon, both on 3-year deals, whereas Bach and Scamurra, they're on their final year of their contract as well. So you do see apples to apples in that sense, but a lot more to come. Trade deadline in the PWHL this year, March 2nd, 2025 at 12 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see if any other changes happen this season.